Hello and welcome back to Scratch Golf Academy. My name is Anthony Vessecchia. I'm a TPI certified golf fitness instructor. And today I want to talk about a question or someone that just left, or they were looking for a video to help them with this. And it was to get their arm past parallel here. Some drills that I could give them where they could get their arm up a little bit higher. Some people may only get to parallel because they don't have enough thoracic spine rotation. If that's the case, that's not what we're going to address today. I have that in previous videos. Today we're going to address the flexibility in your lat and your rear delt right here so that you can keep your arm, maybe you only turn to here, but then you're able to raise your arm up more in that position. So stay tuned and we'll get into that. Okay, before we begin, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment and hit that notification bar so that we can keep giving you some more content. So first things first, I want to get into the lat. So I'm going to do a couple things here that can help loosen the lat muscle up. And I'm going to do it all with just a golf club and this stability ball. For some of you, you may want a pad for your knees as well. But the first one we're going to do is it's a prayer stretch, but I want to do it with your hands in this position, with your palms up, and you're going to grab the club like this. That's going to actually get into a little bit more shoulder mobility as you do this prayer stretch instead of just palms down. So we're going to have the ball out in front of us. I mean, if you want to use a box like that or a bench, you can too. And we're just going to roll out and we're going to drop down just like this. It's going to be a huge stretch here through your lats. You'll probably feel it in your triceps, and your shoulders you're definitely going to feel because you're really getting them into the supinated position. And you're going to get a good stretch there as well. Squeeze real tight with your pinkies because your hands may try to turn off like that. You want to keep real tight with the pinky and hold this position for a solid minute. After I finish this, I'm not going to hold the whole minute, but after I finish this supinated holding a club prayer stretch, I like to go and bring a knee out in front of me. And from this position here, I have my knee here just so I don't fall forward during this. I'm going to spread it a little wider, and I like to do some raises. So now I can start to work the muscles that pull my arm up into that position or that oppose that lat muscle. The lat muscle being here. So the muscles up in here that will oppose it can strengthen to help pull that muscle a little bit more during the swing. So we're going to work that for 10. So we're going to do club lifts, and then I will drop back in and do that stretch one more time. Hold that for a minute, and then I'll come back up and I'll do 10 more club lifts. Okay, so that's the first series of things that I would do for that. The next one is going to be a cross body stretch. You can do that down here on the ball as well. And then I'll show you one that you can do even when you're out on the golf course. So for this one, I'm going to take my arm across. Now, you may want to do it just with your lead arm, but you should be doing all these drills with both sides because you don't want to be lopsided. There's so many golfers I see walking around with this shoulder low because they don't do anything with the other side of their body to compensate for what they do when they swing all the time. So I always even have people swing both directions so they get used to, and it helps with coordination so that their body never gets stuck in a position. So anyway, cross body. So we're going to take the arm across your body like this, take the opposite arm that you're not stretching, and you're going to bring it up and over and put it on the floor. I think I'm blocking my mic here. And you're going to drop your shoulder to the floor just like this, and you'll feel that stretch. Then we'll do the other side. You're going to hold that same thing, 45 seconds to a minute. And bring it up and over. And you notice I'm trying not to bend my elbow here. I want that stretch really back here. If I bend my elbow, I can drop my humerus down, my upper arm downward, and I'm not going to get the same stretch. So we want to keep it very straight, drop down just like that. You're going to get a pretty big stretch here. If that's too much, obviously get a shorter ball or smaller ball, or get something that your hand would be lower towards the floor on. Or just stay in this position and don't try to drop down as much. So that is a cross body stretch. And if you want to, from that position, you can then grab a small weight. I'm just going to grab one of these off the shelf. And you can get in this position and you can feel yourself turn and try to hold it there. So again, we're going to work the opposing muscles from the muscles that you just stretched. So then we're going to do 10 raises here on this arm. And then you would switch because you stretch the other arm and you would do 10 on the other. Okay? And you'll feel that in this anterior deltoid and through your pec here when you do that motion. See, some of you may get a cramp in that. That means that obviously you need to work that muscle a little bit more. So those are the two opposing there. We're going to do the cross body stretch, and then we're going to do the raise on both sides. Now, if you want to do that cross body stretch when you're out and you want to stretch on a golf cart, we'll say, I'm just going to use this here and pretend this is my golf cart. You can do that cross body stretch by grabbing the upright for the top of the golf cart, and you can drop over it that same way. If you want to stretch the lat, you can grab that same pole again, and you can drop down this way, So those are 2 stretches that you can do on the upright of the top of the golf cart. Most people stick their rangefinder on it. That pole there, you can just do the same thing. Now, if you're a big guy, don't lean back so much, drop straight down. So you're just going straight down on that so you don't pull the cart over. I've seen people do the stretch and they're almost lifting the cart up. Or you could maybe mess up the top or bend the bar a little bit. So just drop straight down like this. And then the crossbody again is just like this. Sorry, my bag's kind of in the way, but you get the gist. Nice straight arm here. So work on those 2 different drills there to help with something, to try to get more flexibility here in the lat. I'm going to show you one more that you can do that's going to help with the lat and then also strengthen as well. And that's going to be pullovers. So we're going to do those also on this ball. I'm gonna grab a lightweight. I would do much more weight than this normally, but for a lot of you starting out, you don't want to start this with a lot of weight, especially if you have any shoulder pain or shoulder impingements. This is just not going to be that comfortable if you go with the heavy weight. So you're going to sit on the ball, and we're going to roll out wide stance so you don't lose your balance. You're going to pin this right here on your chest, and we're going to take it up and over your head. Try to go as low as you can. Okay, you'll feel a stretch there, and then you're going to pull it back to your chest. Up over your head, and then pull it back to your chest. So this is it's a pretty good drill. I like doing it a lot because I also have tight lats. This will also strengthen your lat muscles, you know, on this pull through. And then you're gonna bring it back down, let it stretch a little, and pull through. Okay, so try all those drills there. And that's a lat pullover, by the way. So we're gonna do the lat pullovers. You're going to do the crossbody stretch on your knees with the stability ball, and we're going to do the prayer stretch, but I like it supinated just to get a little more in that shoulder joint so you can feel that you can get back a little bit further, and it's going to help with that more rotation through the golf swing as you finish. It's going to loosen the shoulder up a little bit more. So I hope those there help a little bit in improving a bigger backswing or getting your arms higher than parallel to the ground. I will give you some other things coming up soon that are going to help with the thoracic mobility, which is the area between your shoulder blades, that spine part of your area, so that you can get a bigger turn without having to get overextended in your hip and get into almost a hip hike because you're turning your hip to get away from the target because you don't have the mobility in your thoracic spine to do it. A lot of times, and I'm going to get into this a little bit here at the end, you guys can, if you already got what you need, obviously you don't have to listen to this, but if you're getting too much turn here in your hip, a lot of times your hips kick this way and you'll get into that reverse pivot. A little too much of your weight dumps into your lead side. And having a straight leg here isn't really an athletic position to be able to post up on or put your weight on here to load that trail leg and to be able to push off of. I don't know many people that can jump off really high off of a straightened leg. So when you're trying to get ground force, you'll see people get here a really straight leg and they'll start their ground force after they've already started their downswing. Now it's in an athletic position, and then now they can get out. So they almost take themselves out of an athletic position, then take a little bit of time to get back into it before they can actually start their explosiveness. There's some guys that can get in that position and get out. They're just really explosive and they're great. But most of the people that I've seen, the average club level golfer, it leaves them under rotated because they've just gone too far this way that they can't really even get ground force and power out. And if they even try to, they're still in this position and they haven't actually got to full power. But anyway, that's for another video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bar.